This introductory tutorial will take a first-time user through the basics of using Certara's Integral with the Phoenix client. You will see how to create studies, upload data, and link analyses between the two tools. We will also briefly see how data changes are recorded and tracked when updates are made to the source data. First, in order to enable Phoenix to communicate with Integral, select Preferences from the Edit menu. Expand the Integral node and select Instances. If the URL for the instance you wish to connect to is not already listed, click Add. Enter the URL provided by your administrator and click OK. Let me show you how this looks. Select the Integral menu. Since no projects are currently opened in Phoenix, there are no save options enabled. Click on the Browser option to see the available data in Integral. Clicking Connect takes me to the sign-on screen. Certara Integral is software as a service, validated and hosted on Amazon Web Services, leveraging the power of cloud computing. Usernames can be synchronized with your company's systems to give a single sign-on. All the folders I've been granted permission to view are listed in the left-hand panel. Each folder might represent a study. Many users may have only one company's production instance visible to them, but other instances for testing may also be available. Select Filter to narrow down the visible folders. Various fields can be set. I will perform a simple filter to see only study folders containing 00 in their name. The filter is applied so that only a few study folders are displayed. Expanding the study folder, we can see the subfolders, like scenarios that contain analyses, in this case migrated from PKS. Note, in this example, the study and all its folders are unlocked. Integral allows you to lock data when no more changes are expected. Locking and unlocking actions, as well as blinding or unblinding data, are tracked in the audit trail and require an electronic signature. Each folder can be expanded to see the contents, which are individual files. Let me now show you how to set up a new study folder and import data to Integral. First, click the plus icon. To create a folder in Integral, you need to indicate the type of folder. For example, I want to create a folder of type study. Enter a name that should be unique, for instance, the protocol number for that study. The other fields, not marked with asterisks, are all optional. The choices available will have been configured by your system administrator. With the new study folder created, let's clear the previous filter. Typing here is a very quick way to filter on a folder name. I will expand the folder I just created. Selecting options next to the data folder. Let me now show you how to import some data. Click to upload the files, and select one or several files you want to upload. Then click Upload. Since I am making a change to the database, I am prompted to enter a reason for the change, which will be recorded in an audit trail. I also need to provide my password. This icon indicates the file's data is visible within the Integral browser as a worksheet and can be viewed under Contents. This History tab details the time and the date of upload and any revisions. Let us see how we can use this data in a Phoenix analysis. Selecting Add Experiment will create a Phoenix project. The caption will be the name of the Phoenix project. Select Data to import the uploaded data from Integral to the Phoenix workspace. In the Phoenix Import Wizard, scroll to review the data format and select the appropriate options. In this case, the data has a units row. Once the preview looks OK, click Finish. Note the project icon is different to indicate Phoenix projects that are created from Integral. A non-integral project would have a different file icon as shown on the red box on the right. Aside from this, you can work with Phoenix exactly as you would outside Integral. I'll generate a plot to better visualize the data. Data is mapped, then execute the plot. Examination of this output plot might lead you to request a reassay for the two unexpected concentrations. I will now show you some tabulated output from an analysis of this data in Phoenix. When you have completed your analysis and you are ready to save it to Integral, select the main menu Integral and then the option to save. A description and other metadata about the analysis may be entered. Again, options here could be configured further by the system administrator. When saving Phoenix work back to Integral, it is important to review the Save Options tab. Here, we can specify which output you want to make visible and exportable from the Integral web client. The Final Parameters worksheet is often useful to have exposed in this way. The CSV format is easily rendered. Enter a descriptive name for the export file. Click Finish once your selections are complete. The last step is to enter the reason for this save event. All auditable transactions will require you to enter your password. Clicking Sign will commit the change. Now I'm back in the Integral browser, and let us imagine a new version of the data has arrived. Clicking on the Options icon next to the original upload, I can select Upload New Revision, the new bioanalytical file with the reassays. I will need to confirm that I wish to upload a new revision of the same data, and complete my electronic signature once again. Here in the history, we can see this second revision. Any revision of the file can be downloaded, and one can also generate an audit report, which can detail the differences between two versions. A zip file is generated, which contains an Excel file detailing any differences, and the PDF is a summary of who, what, and when. Let us see how this source data change has affected our analysis. At first glance, we can see that any study folders containing out-of-date analyses are flagged red. Other folders affected by the change are also shown in red. For example, the Experiments folder can be expanded. To find the experiment, NCA, that needs to be updated, one can then simply load that experiment into Phoenix. This dialog allows me to click Yes to easily get the latest versions of all source objects. Or I could use Refresh from Source to do this manually later. The updated file is processed through the import wizard as usual. Note that until the new data is loaded, the workflow is still using the old original data. If necessary, minimize the Integral browser. The workflow has turned red to indicate it needs refreshing once the source data has been updated, and can then simply be re-executed as usual in Phoenix. The plot now shows the current data, with the problematic samples resolved. With the analysis now brought up to date in Phoenix, I will save this back to Integral, where it will automatically become Revision 2. Under Save Options, additional items can be selected to be saved, or the defaults set in the preferences can be applied. Lastly, let us just see how the dependencies to source data are managed. The worksheet uploaded from Integral is marked to flag and invalidate the Phoenix analysis when changed. As before, complete the electronic signature to commit the change. To conclude this tutorial, let me show you briefly how the analysis appears in the web client of Integral. The navigation is exactly the same. We can filter by the folder name, then expand the folder Experiments. It contains both the Phoenix project file and the exportable CSV of the final parameters, which can then be viewed directly in the web client or downloaded. Selecting the Phoenix project and then the History tab confirms that this is revision 2 of the analysis. Again, any of which can be downloaded. That concludes this tutorial video. We hope you found it useful. This video is courtesy of Certara University. Visit us at www.certarauniversity.com for your professional training needs.